Welcome to Bird News Network, brought to you by American Bird Conservancy, which conserves native wild birds and their habitats throughout the Americas. BNN brings you the latest in bird conservation news and ideas on how you can make a difference. This is Steve Homer reporting. The state of New Jersey has announced that it will continue a moratorium on fishing of horseshoe crabs to allow this critically important species a chance to rebound. Due to overharvesting of the crabs, shorebirds that feed on the crab's eggs are in decline. The red knot, which migrates from South America to the Arctic each year, stops at Delaware Bay to fuel up for the long flight. If there are not enough eggs in the bay, the red knots cannot gain enough weight there. Scientists have found it reduces their chances of surviving the journey and breeding successfully. The result is that the red knot, which now numbers less than 15,000, is rapidly headed for extinction. The state of Delaware recently held a public hearing where most of the witnesses, including scientists, conservationists, and a student group called Friends of the Red Knot, spoke in favor of a moratorium.
Friends of the Red Knot will continue to do our part to save the red knot roofer from extinction. You have the power to help us reach our goal by putting a complete ban on horseshoe crab harvesting in Delaware. We implore you to do your part. Extinct means forever.
We need to err on the side of caution and implement a full moratorium. That's the only option that really protects the bird.
We would go out with a pair of binoculars and the sky would be darkened by our Serengeti. If you to look at what is internationally ecologically significant about this region, Delaware and New Jersey, it's the Delaware Bay.
The Delaware Nature Society maintains that a full moratorium is the most expeditious action to sustain the horseshoe crab populations and possibly prevent extinction of the red knot.
A great number of eggs are needed on New Jersey beaches, in excess of 100,000 eggs per square meter, in order to maximize foraging efficiency of red knots.
Despite strong evidence in support of a full moratorium, the state of Delaware chose to limit the harvest to 100,000 male crabs.
While it's regrettable that Delaware chose political expediency over comprehensive conservation of the horseshoe crab, which feed millions of shorebirds every year and directly contribute to the birding economy, American Bird Conservancy applauds New Jersey and the leadership that they've shown on this issue, and we will continue to advocate for reduced horseshoe crab take in Virginia, Maryland, and Delaware.
In other news, 172 species in the continental U.S. and 38 in Hawaii had the dubious distinction of landing on the newest and most scientifically sound list of America's most imperiled birds. Watchlist 2007, a joint effort of American Bird Conservancy and Audubon, reveals those species in greatest need of conservation help simply to survive amid a convergence of environmental challenges, including habitat loss, invasive species, and global warming. Hawaii has the highest proportion of native species in peril, with over 40% of the red list species of highest concern.
Hawaii could be regarded as the extinction capital of the world for birds, and we really need to increase the amount of effort that's going in to protect those species and prevent their extinction. For example, the akikiki and akeki, two species which American Bird Conservancy has recently petitioned to be included in the endangered species list.
We call it a watch list, but we hope people treat it as an action list. We don't want to simply watch as these birds pass into extinction. We're especially worried about birds like the red knot. It's a species that occurs on the watch list, and we're especially concerned about the rufous subspecies of the red knot. And we're taking action to get that subspecies listed as an endangered species in the United States. And we're also taking action to try to get a moratorium on the taking of horseshoe crabs in Delaware Bay.
For other information about bird conservation issues, please see American Bird Conservancy's website at www.abcbirds.org. This is Steve Homer. Thanks for joining us at the Bird News Network.